In the world of men's prisons, power is taken with fists and knives. In the chaotic, overcrowded corridors of Santa Martha Acatitla, Mexico's most notorious women's prison, power is a different currency altogether. It's a currency of secrets, of alliances, of protection. It is a world of mothers and daughters, of sisters and traitors, where a whisper can be deadlier than a shiv. Into this world walked Elena Vargas, a 30-year-old accountant and mother of one, framed for her husband's corporate fraud. She was not a criminal. She was a quiet, ordinary woman whose only concern was the 7-year-old daughter she was forced to leave behind. To survive, she would have to become something she never imagined: a leader, a protector, a madre of a prison family. This is the story of how an innocent woman embraced the darkness of Santa Martha, not to save herself, but to wield enough power to protect her child on the outside from the very people who put her away. Elena entered Santa Martha Agos, stripped of her identity, haunted by the image of her daughter, Sofia, waving goodbye, her small face confused and terrified. The prison was a city of women, a cacophony of life and desperation that assaulted her from all sides. The shouts, the crying, the smell of cheap soap and despair. Power was held by familias, gangs that controlled everything from the best bunks to the flow of information from the outside. The most powerful of these was run by a ruthless woman known as Loba the She-Wolf, a hardened killer with eyes that stripped you bare. To exist, you had to pay tribute to a few. If you couldn't pay, you were prey. Elena had nothing. Her husband's family had seized her assets and cut off all contact with her daughter. Her first weeks were a nightmare of threats and intimidation, of being shoved in the food line, of her meager belongings being stolen. She found a sliver of protection with a small, unaffiliated group of older women, led by a quiet, dignified woman named Ina, who was serving a life sentence for a crime of passion. Ina saw the intelligence and the profound grief in Elena's eyes. A dangerous combination. Grief can make you weak, or it can make you a weapon, Ines told her one night, her voice a low murmur. Right now, it is a poison that is killing you. You must decide what it will become. A message came from her husband's family through a corrupt, smiling lawyer. He told her to drop her appeal, to serve her time quietly. Do this, he said, and maybe they will be generous and let you see Sofia when you get out in 15 years. It wasn't an offer, it was a threat. A cage built around the love for her child. They were afraid of what she knew about their illegal dealings. That night, Elena lay on her thin mattress, the lawyer's threat echoing in her mind. She wept until she had no tears left. Then, the grief hardened into something else. Something cold and sharp. She would not be weak. She would become a weapon. Using her skills as an accountant, Elena started a small-scale, secret banking system for the inmates. She helped them manage their commissary, track their funds, and protect their meager earnings from Loba's extortionate taxes. She built trust, one woman at a time. She offered advice, writing letters for illiterate inmates, helping them navigate the prison's bureaucracy. She used her intelligence to solve disputes over stolen items or debts, finding solutions that didn't involve violence. Ines's small group of outcasts grew around Elena. They started calling her La Contadora, the accountant. She was building her own familia, based not on violence, but on strategy, intellect, and mutual support. This made her a direct threat to Loba, who ruled through fear and brutality. An empire built on intelligence was an insult to her reign. The confrontation was inevitable. It came not with a fight, but with a choice. A new inmate arrived, a young girl named Maya, barely 18, terrified and alone. Both Loba and Elena offered her protection. The girl's decision, in front of the entire cell block, would signal a shift in the prison's power dynamic. Loba offered safety through fear, a place under her violent wing. Elena offered safety through community, a place among sisters. Trembling, the girl walked past Loba and stood beside Elena. Loba, publicly humiliated, orchestrated a riot, planning to use the chaos to corner and eliminate Elena without witnesses. But Elena had been planning too. She was a strategist. She had used her growing network to gather intelligence on Loba's contraband business, her hidden stashes of drugs and phones. Moments before the riot was scheduled to begin, Elena passed a detailed, anonymous note to a trusted guard, one of the few who despised the corruption. When the lockdown ended, the guards didn't just break up the fighting. They marched directly to Loba's cell. They tore it apart, finding everything the note described. Loba was dragged to solitary, her empire crumbling in an instant. Elena La Contadora was the new, undisputed power in her cell block. She used her influence and the loyalty she had earned to get a message to a journalist on the outside, a journalist who had been following her husband's case. She provided the key evidence, the missing pieces of the puzzle that unraveled his entire fraud scheme and implicated his family. Her conviction was overturned. The day she walked out of Santa Martha, she was no longer the timid, frightened woman who had entered. She was a queen returning from exile, her posture straight, her eyes clear and hard. She won back her daughter and her life, holding Sophia in an embrace that was both a mother's love and a protector's vow. But she carries the lessons of Santa Martha with her. She learned that in the darkest places, power isn't always about being the strongest or the most violent. Sometimes, it's about being the one who gives others a reason to fight. The story of Elena Vargas is a testament to the hidden strengths of a mother's love and the power of a brilliant mind. If you found this story compelling, please hit the like button and subscribe to Prison Files. Ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. What prison should we investigate next? Let us know in the comments below.